The queens all gather in the workroom. They again congratulate GLaDOS for her win and Rouge for staying. The two of them thank them all.
It's a new day in the workroom, and I'm feeling good about myself. I finally broke my safe streak, and now I feel like I can win any challenge that comes my way. I'm not going to be too confident though. Jessica always loves throwing curve balls.
May asks the queens what challenge do they think they'll face today. Mettaton says an acting challenge. Rouge asks why, since last week she said she wanted a dance challenge last week, and got one. Nick says that Mettaton couldn't deliver on one of her main talents and is starting to become undone. Mettaton says that she still did do great in the challenge and had just as much of a chance of winning it as GLaDOS did.
I get why some of the queens are starting to treat me like filler. I haven't been giving the competition what it expects from me. That ends today, darlings. I plan to give beauty, drama, and bloodshed when I murder the rest of this competition.
Mettaton won the mini challenge and will have a huge advantage for the maxi challenge.
Okay, now I'm a bit worried. I feel like Mettaton is gonna try and screw me over with whatever maxi challenge power she has. She seems like the petty type to do that. Big stars always are.
My queens, get your acting skills ready to shoot because today you'll be Cupid's arrow when you all act in a parody commercial about love. Mettaton, as the winner of this mini challenge, you get to decide the 3 teams the queens will work in, including your own. Now good luck out there, and don't fuck it up.
All the queens look to Mettaton. Pacifica says she wants to be partnered with Rouge and doesn't care who else. Nick says that Mettaton is the one deciding teams, not her. Pacifica defends herself, saying that she was just giving Mettaton a suggestion. Jewel says that she's fine with any team, as long as it isn't with GLaDOS. May says that Jewel is then not fine with any team. GLaDOS says if Jewel is still mad about last week, to which Jewel says yes. A fight breaks out, but Mettaton clears the air, saying that she'll now assign the teams to everyone. Mettaton chose Bowser, GLaDOS and Jean, making them Team 1. Garnet, Jewel and May are Team 2. Rouge, Pacifica Northwest and Nick Wilde are Team 3. With the teams all decided, Team 1 went off to prepare for the challenge. Jean asks why Mettaton chose only one winner instead of all the winners. Mettaton says that she's not sure that Pacifica or Rouge would be good in an acting challenge, and Nick is generally hard to work with. So she chose people who she thought would be good actors around the topic of love and have been doing mostly well in the competition. GLaDOS asks why the inclusion of Bowser, and Mettaton says that Bowser is all about love, and was sure she'd do well in this challenge. Bowser thanks Mettaton for having faith in her. GLaDOS then asks what was the reasons behind the other teams. Mettaton said that there wasn't much reason behind the other two. Pacifica and Rouge seem to be close, but throwing Nick in there seemed to be a good strategy since she's annoying. Garnet, Jewel and May were all the leftovers, nothing was meant by that team. The team all bond whilst also prepping for the challenge.
I am starting to like Mettaton. I haven't really talked to her, but she seems to have good intuition about me doing well in this competition, because I will release the full force of my acting skills in this challenge. I will get my win, and everyone will see that my early bottom 2 placement was just a fluke.
I have to give credit where credit is due. Mettaton was smart with her team decisions. I'm honestly surprised she's just been safe so far. She's got a lot of charisma, uniqueness, nerve and talent. It's not as big as mine though. Of course, you can't beat the real thing.
Team 2 all have an awkward silence between the 3 of them before May breaks it by saying that they feel like the leftover queens. Garnet agrees, saying that it was a pretty random selection of queens. Jewel says that no matter what, they're all going to give it their best during this acting challenge and get the win. May says she likes Jewel's enthusiasm, but is worried since on season 1, Jewel was eliminated during an acting challenge. Jewel says that she's been studying a bit on acting since then, and assures May that it won't happen again. Garnet then asks Jewel what was that comment about GLaDOS earlier. Jewel says that she's upset that she didn't listen to her and not help GLaDOS out, since if she didn't help her, Jewel probably would have been placed in the top. Garnet asks if that's all and Jewel said no, because GLaDOS didn't even thank her for her help nor give credit to her when Jessica was critiquing her. Garnet tells Jewel to calm down and focus on getting ready for the challenge.
I'm starting to worry for Jewel. This is a team's challenge about love, but all I can sense from her is anger towards GLaDOS and herself. I don't need that kind of energy in this challenge, but I can't help her more than what I already said. I just hope she gets it together soon for the team.
Jewel is a really fun queen to be around, but I don't like the fact that I'm on the same team as the girl who bombed her original acting challenge and got eliminated for it. I'm not really an actress and I don't know if Garnet is either. But I'm gonna make sure I pull through for us all. I don't want to land near the bottom again.
Meanwhile, Team 3 is just chatting, mainly Pacifica and Rouge. Nick coughs loudly to get their attention and the two of them look at her saying what? Nick says that they need to start prepping and not chatting. Pacifica agrees and the three of them start working on preparing for the challenge. Rouge comments how it's weird that Mettaton put all the winners into one team, saying like that just seems like a recipe for them to come out on top. Pacifica asks if Rouge and Nick are actresses. Rouge says no, but she can probably pick it up real quick. Nick asked if that's how she ended up in the bottom on the dance challenge, and Rouge said yes, but it was a one-time thing. Nick rolls her eyes and says that she actually has acting experience when trying to record a villain's monologue. Pacifica says that she herself doesn't have any acting experience, but like Rouge, can probably pick it up quickly. Nick said that they're probably going to land in the bottom if it's judged by teams. Rouge just laughs, telling Nick not to be such a negative Nancy. The three of them then prep for the challenge.
I know that Nick is starting to doubt me because of my performance last week, but I'm just saying, I'm a girl of many talents. I did pretty good in the dancing challenge, but they just needed to put someone in the bottom. It should have been Nick, but I'm long over that whole mishap. Right now, I just need to focus on getting my second challenge win, as well as helping my girl Pacifica out. She's my one true ally in this competition.
Rouge is honestly starting to annoy me. She thinks she can girl boss her way through any challenge without taking time to consider the hard work needed to put into the challenge. She may have a win, but it's a shared win. I think her time is up soon. I think Mettaton really did screw me over by putting me here with these flops.
The queens will now participate in an advert about love. Jean, Mettaton, Nick Wilde, Garnet and Bowser had a great performance. May, Pacifica Northwest and GLaDOS had a good performance. Jewel and Rouge had a bad performance.
All of my team did amazing in the challenge. We really moved Jessica. We gave her drama, sadness, and humor all in one skit. She ate it all up. I think my safe streak ends today, darlings.
I did pretty good despite not being much of an actress. May held her own too, and Jewel. Well, she bombed. I feel like I could have helped her more, but I am not a therapist. If Jewel can't get her emotions under control, then I think she should wait a bit before becoming the next cartoon drag superstar. That's not to be mean, but this competition is tough and you have to consistently do your best in order to be crowned.
As the queens get ready for the runway, Nick sarcastically says that Rouge did great in the challenge. Rouge says that she did what she could with the material she had. Nick asked if Rouge picked up acting as quick as she thought she would. Pacifica intervenes by telling Nick not to attack Rouge. Nick says that she isn't attack Rouge, just stating the obvious fact that she bombed and should pack up her bags. Rouge tells Nick that her runway will easily save her from the bottom. Pacifica adds that Nick shouldn't attack Rouge since she took a bottom 2 placement that should have went to Nick instead last week. Nick just rolls her eyes and continues getting ready for the runway.
I don't like Nick's vibe. She's just too cocky at all times. Did Rouge bomb the challenge? Yes, she absolutely did. I'm not denying that she was horrible. But these have been a bad few weeks for her, and I don't want people bullying her for it. It's much easier to slay when you have people supporting you. I support Rouge, and Rouge supports me. We have each other's backs in this competition.
The queens will now bring it to the runway. Category is Caftan. Garnet, Pacifica and Rouge slayed the runway. Mettaton, Bowser, Nick Wilde and Jean had a good runway. GLaDOS, May and Jewel had a good runway.
I did amazing in the challenge and amazing in the runway. This win is mine, and I'll show Nick and the other queens not to mess with me.
GLaDOS, Jean, Bowser, Jewel, May, Mettaton and Garnet, you represent the tops and bottoms of the week. Nick, Pacifica and Rouge, you're all safe.
Well, It looks like my team's runways were enough to save us from the bottom. That's a relief. I know Rouge is upset at me not lip-syncing last week, but now I'm safe again for another week, and now Rouge should be thankful to me for saving us from the bottom with my performance. If I had faltered in my performance, we all would have been in the bottom.
Now I want to hear it from you. Who should go home tonight? And why? Starting with GLaDOS.
Well, if I had to only pick one, it'd be Jewel. She was second out on season 1 for a reason, and it's become very apparent that this competition isn't for her.
Jean, same question.
GLaDOS said basically everything I wanted to say. Jewel isn't meant to be the next drag superstar.
Bowser, same question.
The girl I want to say isn't even here because I think it should be Nick. She doesn't have any charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent in order to win this competition.
Jewel, same question.
Well, based on the track record, I think it should be Metaton. She's an icon, but hasn't been delivering much on the show at all. I know I sounded out of whack on the stage, but everyone saying my name really got to me. I still stand by what I said though. But all these queens attacking me might be the reason I'm sent home.
Alright, May, same question.
This is a really hard decision to make, but I'm going to go with Jewel because she has the weakest runway.
Metaton, same question.
Based on this week's performance, I'm afraid I'm also going to say Jewel. She did the worst out of everyone here.
And finally, Garnet, same question.
Jewel. I feel like she isn't emotionally mature enough to be the next drag superstar and needs more time to hone her drag and her style.
Everyone saying Jewel almost makes me feel bad for her. Almost. It's still pretty fun to watch and hear.
Alright ladies, after hearing you all out, I have made some decisions. Bowser, congratulations, you are the winner of this week's challenge. Metaton, Jean and GLaDOS, good job this week, you're safe.
Huh? See? What did I tell you? King Koopa is not to be messed with. I finally won my first challenge, and it's the first of many to come.
This is my 4th week in the top. I thought I finally had gotten a win around here, but I guess Bowser did a little better than me. I still have Jessica's eyes on me though. It's clear she likes what I do.
I broke my safe streak. This is going to be the start of a new era for me. The star of the underground is finally getting on the board.
I'm glad this was judged in teams because it was clear that I was the weakest in the group. I'll gladly accept a top placement though. Just know that I am self-aware here.
May, Jewel and Garnet, you represent the bottoms of the week. Garnet, you're safe.
I am really upset to be placed in the bottom. Call me delusional, but I was one of the standouts this challenge. I feel like I could have won it. But because my team did bad, they dragged me to the bottom with them. I'm glad to be saved from the bottom though, so at least there's that.
That means May and Jewel, you are both up for elimination.
I can't believe I'm lip-syncing. Everyone threw me under the bus by saying my name. But I won't lose to May. I am a good lip-syncer, and I will show Jessica and the others that I deserve to be here. I need just one more week to show my true potential.
Lip-syncing for my life is making me feel sick to my stomach. I'm so nervous. But I can't be out of this competition yet. Sorry, Jewel, but you're going to get 10th place again.
2 queens, stand before me. Ladies, this is your last chance to impress me and save yourself from elimination. The time has come for you to lip sync for your life.
The lip sync song is XXX by Kim Petras. May had a great lip sync. Jewel had a good lip sync.
May.
Shantae, you stay.
Jewel.
Sashay away. This is Untucked.
The queens all congratulate Bowser for her win and May for staying, except Garnet, who just stayed silent the whole time. Bowser thanks the queens and looks over smugly at Nick, to which Nick rolls her eyes. GLaDOS was about to comment before May broke down crying. GLaDOS then shifted her comments, saying that that was an unnecessary reaction. May says that she was so nervous and scared lip-syncing for her life and she felt bad for sending a queen home. Bowser tells May that she understands somewhat, as she felt bad for sending Leafeon home. Nick sarcastically says that the King Koopa herself feels bad. Bowser tells Nick to shut up whilst she talks to May privately. Bowser takes May aside and helps her calm down. The two of them begin to talk about their times in the bottom and start to bond. Meanwhile, Jean takes Garnet aside asking her what's wrong. Garnet expresses her frustrations to Jean about not being in the top and being placed in the bottom because her whole team did badly. Jean agrees with Garnet, saying that she should have been the winner instead of Bowser. Garnet says that she isn't trying to be rude to May, but she can't see her in the same way again after that, because if she had been on a different team, she would have been placed in the top and it's starting to mess with her. Jean says she sorta gets it, saying that in her own group, she thought she did better than Bowser. Jean then offers Garnet to form an alliance together in this competition, the Robbed Bitches Alliance. Garnet laughs and agrees, saying that they need someone to look out for each other in this competition. The two of them clink their cocktails together as a cheers and bond. Meanwhile, Rouge and Pacifica are bonding yet again. Rouge thanks Pacifica for defending her against Nick and asks her if she wants to make an official alliance. Pacifica immediately agrees, but asks what they'll be called. Rouge simply just says the pretty ones, since they are the prettiest ones here and that their runways saved them from the bottom. Pacifica likes the name, and cheers to the official formation of their alliance. Nick is asking GLaDOS how does it feel being the weakest link in her team. GLaDOS asks Nick how does it feel doing the best in her team but still just ending up safe, saying that she can't imagine such a fate happening to herself. Nick just sips her cocktail in silence.